All right, we are just about ready to get the Red Bull Bunny Hop Jam underway. 500 euros up for grabs for the Bunny Hop Jam. I know we got a lot of BMX fans out there that might not know exactly what a bunny hop is. And this year, I am so honored to be announcing with my very good friend and amazing inspiration in BMX, Daryl Nah. This guy knows about bunny hops because he has crazy pop. The thing about Daryl is he's been dealing with a back injury the last year, and he actually hasn't really ridden in that year aside from about 10 minutes 2 days ago riding the simple session course. But I know Daryl was super psyched to see that we were having a bunny hop contest, and we said, you know what, Daryl? How about we show everybody exactly what goes into what's behind a bunny hop, because it basically is like one of the building block tricks when it comes to what we do.
Absolutely. Catfish, thank you for the nice welcome. And I'd also like to say, Estonia, how are you guys doing today? You know my partner in crime, this is Catfish. That's right, the one and the only. You've seen him all over television, all over the internet, and in person. But Catfish, thank you for that very nice intro. But I'd like to just break down the dynamics right here of a bunny hop, because there's a lot of people who have never maybe seen BMX, because we're being broadcast to over 500,000 people around the world. So basically, this is probably going to be like a how-to right here, but it's real simple. It takes a lot of body strength and also coordination, but as you're approaching the obstacle, there's some different styles that you'll see of riders have, but generally, you want to compress your body, pull up on your handlebars while putting your weight back, and right when you're at that spot where your weight's about to fall forward, you'll see a lot of riders actually lunge forward, and they'll be using their pelvis and their legs to throw themselves forward. So that's the motion that you're going to see, and a lot of these guys are pushing the limits of height. Last year we had Ty Morrow, who unfortunately is not here. He was injured. He got around 46 inches. And what you'll see when riders start maxing out at that height level, you'll see different styles where some guys will kick out, other guys will do a classic tuck, and they'll be pulling the bike up right into their rear. So what I've got right here is Gary Young's bike, who actually qualified 5th yesterday, who is an amazing rider. And Catfish was actually asking me if I would maybe go for it and try to bunny hop. Now, I haven't bunny hopped in over a year, and this actually is an extremely high bar if you haven't been able to ride due to a back injury. But I want to know, Estonia, do you want to see me go for this? I appreciate that support. Now, keep in mind, this is a borrowed bike. I just had the pleasure of riding Nate Wessel's creation along with Session Ramp Builders, and I think I'm going to give this thing a go.
Get it, buddy. We gotta make some noise for Daryl Nah. Like I said, this guy has crazy pop. He's won a lot of bunny hop contests. An OG street rider living in New York City. He knows what's up with the bunny hop. Let's make some noise for Daryl Nah, Estonia! He wants to hear ya! Look how high this is. This is half as high as I am tall. Get it! Dylan, give it up for Daryl Now!
Thank you, Talon. I appreciate the support, but what I'd like to also point out, what you see a lot of riders out here, it's not necessarily how high you can bunny hop, how many tricks you can do, but a lot of BMX is overcoming personal obstacles, because a lot of riding is mental and connecting that with the physical. So a lot of these guys are dealing with injuries as well, and you're really out there doing it your personal best. So as much as this is a huge competition, it's also the brotherhood of BMX, and I appreciate your support. So without further ado, let's get the Red Bull BMX Bunny Hop Challenge going!
You guys want to start warming up here? So basically it's going to work like this. If you hit that bar 2 times, you are eliminated. If you cannot clear the bar twice, you are eliminated. So we're going to have to keep an eye on our riders. If you tap that bar twice, if you knock it over, you're going to have to unfortunately sit down. And will we see a new bunny hop record Here it's simple session 12. I'm gonna venture to say yes. Who wants in on this first? You know this guy right here, he goes by the name of Ben Hennon. No problem right there. Also something to keep in mind that Daryl mentioned is watch the different styles that there are of the riders jumping over. Like Daryl said, some are gonna go straight over, some are gonna kind of bring their back end over a little bit like we see right there out of Simone Baracco.
So right now, a lot of these guys are just gonna kind of warm up. The handlebar height is around 36 inches, where an average BMX grip, or if we're talking in centimeters, it's around 93 centimeters high. So right now, this is about stem height for all you BMX riders out here. To jump on a handrail where your pegs are at, this is about the height of a bunny hop you would need.
So as you can see, most of these guys have no problem doing it. I'm waiting to see somebody bar spin that height. I'd be very, very impressed. And I will get you a girl's phone number if somebody bar spins that high. Who's got the balls to bar spin it going that high? Oh! That's my homie right there. I'm not even gonna front. That's my homie right there, Gabe Brooks. I got my money on him. Check out Devin Smiley. Oh! Who wants Devin Smiley's phone number?
Sean Ricani. Yeah!
The boys are setting it off. I do believe we can raise the bar. Everybody's made it through. Oh, Dylan Stark already made it over, so that one won't count towards it. I think we can raise it. We'll give Ollie Evans a go at this thing.
Ollie making it over with no problems at all. And again, last year, Ty Morrow was the winner at 46 inches or 114 centimeters. But we actually saw last year at the Texas Toast event, we had a couple riders down there, one of them being Gabe Brooks, who's here. We saw him 180 the rail, who pulled in at 49 inches but looped out. We also had Brock Railford at that Texas competition who cleared the rail at 49 inches. All right, the bar is being raised here literally to 34 inches. Riders, we just moved up to 34 inches. So we talked about the height of 36 inches being around where the standard handlebar is. And now we just moved this up.
All right, 34 inches. Who wants some at 34 inches out of the break? Everybody's scared at 34 inches. Dave Dillaward is not scared of anything. I watched this guy knock an entire dish over at Denny's one time. Ricani up and over. Ronnie Napolitan, no problem. Dan Foley, David Budko. All of these guys making it over 34 inches, no problem. Remember, if you tap that, you have one more attempt. All of these guys getting over 34 inches. What you want to envision now is these guys are jumping over babies. Imagine these guys are just riding their bikes down the sidewalk and all of a sudden like 5 babies just pop out on the sidewalk. And you gotta jump over the babies. All right, let's raise these up. We're gonna imagine there's big fat babies here now. Let's raise it up. Let's go to 36. 36, okay, there's 3 very big, fat, very hungry babies sitting right there. And if you don't get over the babies, they'll bite your tires. Ben Hennon clearing all of those fat babies. Simone Baracco, not afraid of hungry babies. Who's afraid of the hungry babies? Ronnie Napolitan was once a hungry baby himself. "36 inches right now. Oh, Budko tapping that bar. Dylan Lloyd up and over 36. Look at all the babies being jumped over right here. Oh, Sean White just tapping the rail right there. He might need to stick to snowboarding. Ollie Evans, not staying true to his namesake, not pulling the ollie. Yeah, David. Whoa, almost, what is that? That's like a javelin. You threw it. You should get extra points for throwing it.
For all you BMX riders out there on the internet or even in here, if you could name the BMX company, it's a little bit of trivia, where a rider was jumping over a baby actually in an ad. And you can either send that tweet to @CatfishCatfish or myself @DarylNow, N-A-U, and we will give you some props out on the microphone.
Shaun White coming back for another one, making it over. 17 X game medals from Shaun White.
Gabe Brooks skying at AK, no problems at all.
Gabe Brooks, no stranger to 36 inches.
.36 getting moved up to 40 inches right now. We're moving it up. Actually 38 inches, I stand corrected. So we're at 36, which is equivalent to 3-foot-long subs stacked vertical, but right now we're going to 38.
I just looked at Benny L like, hey, you want in on this? And he just goes, nah, I'm
Sean
all right with the rail,
McIntosh
mate.
putting the foot down, but I know he's got that no problem.
Simone Baracco, 38 inches, no problem.
No problems at all. These guys are skying right over. Napolitan blasting over. Dave Dilward.
Yeah, Dave. Joris Colomb, Kevin Kalkov.
Smiley. Very nice tucking.
Watching some big bunny hops. Oh, little Chad Curley. He got
Chad
some
Curley
crazy pop.
just popping right there.
Whoa, how did you pull that? Paul Ryan wants some of this. Notice those guys are getting a little bit sideways to get that back end over. Sean Riccanti just tapping it. That's what he's been doing all weekend long, just tapping it. Gabe Brooks grew up as a gymnast. He's definitely got some jumping ability. Sean McIntosh getting over it. Jeremiah Smith, no problem, 38 inches. David Budko.
Budko skying right over that rail, no problems at all.
Red Bull's Sean Riccanti getting over. We're gonna take it up. Big 39 or 40?
Let's go 40, let's step it up.
You're the boss.
This is the Simple Sessions. These guys are on their game. And again, we mentioned the handlebar height is around 36 inches. So now we're over handlebar height. Yeah, AK getting a little sideways. I don't know if the judges are gonna count that foot down, but I have a feeling he has no problem getting over that.
Dylan Stark looks like he's gonna give it a go at 40 inches. Stark in the clear, up and over 40 inches. Sean McIntosh wants some. Just tapping it right there. 40 inches. Dilward.
Barely touching it. Now the thing about this pole in particular, this will fall down. You guys are trying to bunny hop a rail on street and it doesn't drop. Devin Smiley, no problems. Whoa.
Ronnie Napolitan tapping it but getting over.
So if this was street and you're trying to bunny hop over a railing, that's not gonna move and a lot of guys will wind up getting thrown forward. But this railing will give way like that we just see. So it's a little bit of a safety net. Yeah. Kevin Kevin barely touching that with his back wheel, but it's a little too much pressure dropping on down.
Yo, making it over 40 inches. Yeah, Bunko.
Wow, talk about riders just getting by. It's gonna be interesting once we move this thing up. Chad Curley, no problems at all. Sean Ricani as well.
Gabe Brooks, all day steezed out right there. Anybody want to take any side bets? I'm not a gambling man, but I got my money on Gabe Brooks. Anybody want to lose any euros? I will take your euros. I'll put any money against Gabe Brooks. You want some?
Dave Dilworth somehow managing to keep that pole up there. I feel like that might be magnetized.
AK, we got bet 20 euros? 20 euros. All right, 20 euros, me and Ben Hennon. I got Gabe Brooks, he's got AK. We're betting on you, Alex. I love you to death, but I gotta go with my homie. There's that duck again. What are you, a super duck? Are you an astronaut duck? What is going on here? What is that? He's allergic to ducks. Yeah, get that duck out here. Can we get that duck out here?
Let's bring the duck out onto the course.
What's a duck? Get out here. Look.
All right.
What? Yeah, bring that duck out here. Duck, get out here.
Barely
Get a
bumped
V-through.
it, but giving it
There you go.
momentum.
Come on. Look at this duck. What the duck is up? What are you, like a Ghostbuster? What is this? Come on out here. I don't even know. No, come on out here. Hang out here, duck. Come on out here. You got the VIP. Hang out. Watch the bunny hop contest. Yeah, just hang out. Just hang out. Check this guy out. There you go. Look at this. I love this guy. All right, we're up to 40 inches. We're gonna raise it up to 41. Put it up to 41.
Now is when things get interesting. We're at 41 inches, 105 centimeters. This is gonna start separating some of the street riders from some of the ramp riders. So if you ride street a little bit more than other guys, you might have the muscles built up and the muscle memory right here. So we're gonna see who's gonna take this. Catfish, you're betting money. Who are you betting money on?
Ben Head and I have a little side wager. I've got 20 euros on Gabe Brooks. He's got 20 euros on Alex Kennedy.
I heard a couple people call out Chad Curley's name as well. I don't know if he has money on him.
Chad Curley's actually my rap partner. I don't want to bet against him, but Ronnie Napolitan getting up and over that rail. Ronnie has one of the most extensive pornography collections I've ever seen in my life. He's had it since he was 14. Swear to God. Dylan Stark, we're at 41 inches. Stark tapping it. We are gonna start to see a lot of guys get eliminated here soon, Daryl.
And again, they got 2 tries, 2 chances. Smiley barely bonking. So crazy to think, a lot of times on street, these guys will bunny hop stuff way higher. Yeah.
Simone Baracco up and over.
And when you're dealing with street, like we said, a railing doesn't give. So that just goes to show the mental commitment and focus a lot of these guys have, especially in video parts. Double bonking right there.
Devin Smiley getting involved here. Smiley advancing to the next round. Kevin Kalkoff. Kalkoff tapping it. Things are winding down here. Sean McIntosh. McIntosh
Whoa.
just putting his foot down. Yoris Colomb. Chad Curley. This young man has got pop. Look at that. No sweat for Chad Curley. Sean Ricani. Ricani up and over. Budko trying right there. Ronnie Napolitan getting over. Dave Dillaward just tapping it as well. Couple guys got one more try on this one. Dan Foley wants some.
Dan Foley getting some, getting over that with no problem at all. Kind of a little bit short. Again, if you're just joining us on the internet, this is the Red Bull Bunny Hop Jam. Yeah. Stark, no problem. We're at 41 inches, 105 centimeters. Gabe Brooks, lock and load, no problems at all. Catfish has got 20 euros bet on that man against this guy right here, AK, who got over that, no problem at all. Alex Kennedy skying. About to push this bar up. This is your last chance to dance, riders.
Oh. Budko needs this right here to stay in.
Budko, nose bonk, knocking it down. Dilward on deck.
Get it, Dilsey. Dilsey getting eliminated. We've got everybody. All right, another inch. Everybody's in? Hang on a second. All right. Raise it up an inch. 1 inch. All right, where are we at? 41 inches, 42. 42 inches. This is well over handlebar height. Sean McIntosh coming in first. Almost, just tagging it. Dylan Stark.
Dylan Stark getting sideways right there. I don't know if the judges are going to count that if the foot comes off.
Ronnie Napolitan making it over. First rounder to clear, 42. Foley just tagging his back wheel a little bit. Devin Smiley from Georgia. Up and over.
Smiley up and over, no problem. This just in from our judges. You must land with both feet on for it to count. You must land with your feet on for it to count, riders.
Ricani
just barely knocking that off. He's gonna have one more shot.
Yo!
Wasiat Luke going for it.
Jeremiah Smith tagging that back wheel. Who is going home with the honors of a bunny hop champion? Simone Baracco wants some of this, 42 inches. This is a big bunny hop. Here comes the man from Italy.
Baracco up and over, doing it for Shadow Conspiracy.
With
one of our
style.
sponsors out here.
Another one. These guys are having no problem getting over 42 inches. Dan Foley.
Whoa! I thought that was just gonna bounce on the rim right there. Air ball, not net. Chad Curley. Whoa, nice style right there. Little bit of a different approach. We saw him went a lot slower than some of the other riders, but pulled up. Yeah, Brooks. Catfish, you might have some 20 euros.
Anybody else want? I'll take those bets still.
Alex Kennedy hitting right there. Looks like he's gonna have one more shot, but if he doesn't pull it, you might be up 20 euros. Drinks might be on you tonight.
Ricani getting over. He's been having a blast here in his first simple session. He's been in love like 4 different times, 4 different girls. Yeah, Sean, Ricani. AK!
Wow.
Putting the foot down, not able to get over.
So what does that mean right there, Catfish?
That means Ben Hennon owes me 20 euros.
Where is Ben Hennon at? Looks like you just lost a 20 euro bet. So that's close to 30 bucks US.
Yo!
That's that style we're talking about, trying to get maximum height, kicking out for full pull. All right, was that all of our riders in that heat? Looks like we're gonna move it on up. Did everyone go? All right, we're gonna bump this thing up a few more inches. So we just increased the pole to 110 centimeters, 43 inches. Again, a handlebar height. For all of you at home, a handlebar height's around 36 inches. So we're getting up there. Thank you very much for that visual. Devin Smiley is turning around, gearing up. Let's get behind the riders and make a little bit of noise, Estonia! Oh, you don't get closer than that. Devin Smiley's gonna have one more shot at this.
Vasya Lukashenko would like a piece of this. He's got some crazy hop. Here we go, Vasya, get it.
Wasiat just hitting his front tire. Again, as you start getting higher with the pole, you've got to adjust your speed and how much you're gonna pop. See the riders compressing down a little more.
Stark, just tagging it. Simone Baracco, tagging that front wheel. Devin Smiley needs this.
Yeah!
Smiley up and over. Ronnie Napolitan, doing it for Haro Bikes. Lil Sean Ricani, another one of the Red Bull riders. Lil Chad Curley.
Up and over, no problem. Chad Curley.
Curley with the pop. We the People's newest rider, Dylan Stark, getting up and over it.
There you see again, a unique approach turning completely sideways.
Napolitan just tagging it. Unfortunately, he will be eliminated. Getting it down to the wire here.
Wasiat gonna give another pull. What's he got? Oh, hitting the cameras.
Simone Baracco, nailing that one, 42 inches.
Ricani up and over. Gabe Brooks giving it a little bit too much juice, landing Superman. Whoa! Let's put our hands together, back up and at 'em. Wow, even though this pole does move, Catfish, we see that there can always be an injury, so you gotta be on your toes. So right now we're at 43 inches. Riders, if you have not taken your second go, now is the time. Riders, second pole right now. Got a new entrant. Going under.
43. Who else is at 43? You. We're down to...
Yeah. Again, riders, it only counts if you land with both feet on. That's the official judge ruling right now.
Gabe Brooks up and over. Is that everybody? Ronnie just wants to try it. All right, we're gonna move it up 1 inch. Or should we go ½ an inch? All right, go 1 inch. As we see it going up right there. All right, we're good to go. $44 inches right here.
Oh, Baracco just barely hitting that front tire, then back tire.
This side needs to pop up just a little bit. This side, or that side needs to be lower just a little bit, because it's like this. If you look at it straight, yeah. That side can go down a little bit.
Catfish, how we looking?
That's good. That look good? Yep, we're good.
All right, we are level.
All right. 44 inches. This is a very big bunny hop. This is a lot of hungry children you're jumping over. A lot. This is actually 4 children and 2 hungry parents. Dylan Stark tagging that front wheel. Once again, a lot of different styles of bunny hop we're seeing right here. Some guys are going fast. Sometimes ghosts are jumping. Devin Smiley almost getting over and getting the front half of his bicycle. We still have Chad Curley, Sean Ricani, Simone Baracco to give this thing a go. Sean Ricani wants a piece of this. See what the young Red Bull riders got.
Oh, Ricani's so close. Just hitting his back wheel. His front tire got over no problem.
These guys just eyeing it up. Again, that is a very big bunny hop. That is at my nipples. Chad Curley wants some 44-inch madness. Yeah!
Over. No problems. Chad Curley. Smiley!
Whoa! Devin Smiley getting up and over.
Ricani hitting it just a little bit. Ah, Baracco just barely hitting with his back tire.
Dylan Stark from the USA doing it for DC Shoes.
Stark hitting the pole. Gabe Brooks.
Just tagging
Brooks
it.
hitting. So far, Catfish, we had Chad Curley sky over it.
Devin Smiley, Chad Curley.
Chad Curley. Gabe Brooks, you got one more crack at this. Again, we've seen Gabe Brooks at Texas Toast Jam, Taj Mahal's contest, get 49. Gabe Brooks does it!
That's my boy.
So that means we have 3 riders right now. We have 3 riders right now who are gonna go and move on to the next round. Let's crank this thing up a little bit.
We're gonna raise it up. Hey, look, Chad, come here for a second. I want to show you guys something that a lot of people don't know about BMX. Chad, come here for a second. There's a muscle in your arm. It's called the BMX muscle. A lot of people don't know about it. I don't know where the camera is. Come here, Chad. People wonder why a guy this little can hop that high. The BMX muscle, I'm going to show everybody the BMX muscle. This right here is your BMX muscle. Look at that thing. No, show them. Show those cameras. I want the people out there to see. Where's the camera at? All right, show them that thing. Look at it, show them. That is a BMX muscle right there. That's why, look at the ladies love it. Give it up for Chad Curley and his BMX muscle.
All right, so right now, we are at the Red Bull Bunny Hop Jam. We're getting the bar moved up. We're bringing the bar up just a little bit to 44.5 inches. So Catfish, we got 3 riders that cleared 44. We've got Chad Curley, who's just flexing the BMX muscle for the ladies. We've got Gabe Brooks and Devin Smiley as well. So riders, we're going up half an inch right now. And again, we mentioned Gabe Brooks has cleared 49, but he landed with no feet on at Texas Toast. But Brock Ralford actually cleared that and took home the title at the Texas Toast Jam. So again, last year, Ty...
All right now we are at 45 inches. We're at 44.5. This is just about where the record was last year, set by Ty Morrow. 44.5. This is a very, very big bunny hop. Think of all the things you can fit in here. A lot of things. 3 riders. Who wants some of this first?
All right, so we got 3 riders. Who's gonna be up first? I think Devin Smiley is gonna take a crack at it. Estonia, let's make some noise and get behind Devin Smiley! Smiley just tapping with that back tire. 2 riders left to go. Gabe Brooks, Chad Curley. Chad Curley, up and over!
Gabe Brooks wants some. Where my Gabe Brooks fans at, talent?
Gabe Brooks, no problems at all. So what this means, Devin Smiley, the pressure is on.
Smiley almost keeping that one alive.
So that means Chad Curley and Gabe Brooks are gonna move on. So let's bump this thing up another half inch.
How about one more round of applause for Mr. Devin Smiley? 3rd place bunny hop contest, first time ever in Simple Session.
This just in as well. Ty Morrow, last year, our champion of the bunny hop comp, actually got 46 inches and at 114 centimeters. So right now we're bumping this thing up. We've got 45 inches and 115 centimeters.
All right, 45 inches. Big bunny hop.
Big
2
props to Ty
G's
Morrow.
left.
He's not here with us right now, but we're sending you our good vibes. We know he always loves simple sessions, but right now it's all about Chad Curley and Gabe Brooks.
Both are residents of the great state of California, one from San Diego, one from Los Angeles. Both of them G's in their own right. Chad representing premium products. Gabe Brooks doing it for Kink Bicycle Company. Demolition parts, Quentin hats. A big shout out to Quentin again for not only sponsoring this event and not only making some awesome products, but for sponsoring a lot of my friends. If you guys haven't checked out the Quentin booth, check it out. Tell them Catfish sent you. They might give you something for free. Maybe they'll give you Gabe Brooks' autograph. Here comes Chad Curley Talent. Let's get loud for this young man.
Chad!
Go! Chad Curley up and over.
Wow, 45 inches, Chad Curley, no problems.
All right, this guy wants to hear you, Talent. You want to see some pop out of Gabe Brooks?
Gabe Brooks! Wow, Catfish. Wow, no problem. So it looks like we're gonna bump this thing up another ½ inch.
This is getting intense.
We are moving from 45 to 45 and a half. Catfish, you mentioned those Quentin caps. You're actually rocking one right now. These things are pretty amazing. Super custom, made just for simple sessions. And also, did you get a chance to check out the shirts? We have some really amazing shirts.
Yeah.
All done by artists. I actually want to say this. The next couple riders who follow @CatfishCatfish on Twitter or @DarylNow, we're going to give away some gear right here. I'll personally mail the next couple riders
There you go.
send out on Twitter, either myself or Catfish, because these hats and shirts are pretty amazing.
Oh, they are definitely dope. You check out Quentin's website too. Their entire line is awesome. Like I said, a lot of my friends are riding for Quentin and they got all kind of awesome gear. So check them out, check out their booth. Thanks to Quentin for sponsoring this. And thanks to all the sponsors. Red Bull, Nescafe, Lion. Hopefully you guys had a Lion bar today. I had 27 of them yesterday.
Lion bars are delicious, and big props to Sabrosa and the Shadow Conspiracy for always sponsoring this. But right now, it's about our 2 riders. We are at 45.5 inches. That's right. I got to ask the crowd, who thinks it's going to be? Who thinks it's going to be Chad Curley?
Who thinks it's going to be Gabe Brooks?
I gotta ask again, who thinks Chad Curley?
Who thinks it's going to be Gabe Brooks?
Wow, well, we will see right now. So we're at 45.5 inches. Riders, the course is yours to try to get over this massive bunny hop Red Bull jam right here.
This is midgets. I've seen midgets this tall. So this is, you could literally bunny hop over a midget. All right, let's make some noise, Talent!
What? Chad Curley skying that. No problems.
You know how it works. Let him hear you. Here comes Gabe Brooks.
Oh! Wow. Wow, so this means Gabe Brooks is gonna have one more try. Again, you've gotta land, and the judges call it early on in the competition, both feet on the pedals. Both feet have to be on the pedals over the bar. So Gabe Brooks, you're gonna have one more try to get it over it. Even though the bar didn't fall, that was the official judges' rulings.
I know Estonia wants to see this. I told you, this is my boy. We're headed to Barcelona for the next week to go ride First time ever out here at Simple Session. Didn't even know if he was gonna make it. Quentin gave him the ticket less than a week ago. So he is just having an absolute blast. Do you guys want to see Gabe Brooks get over this bar? Let him hear you! Oh! And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, a round for Gabe Brooks. And a big round of applause for your bunny hop champion, Chad Curley!
All right, Chad Curley, Gabe Brooks, skying over it. Chad, how do you get so high on your bunny hops?
I bump Tiger, and I try, I don't know.
There you go, the music and mind connection. Let's give it up one more time for Chad Curley. 45.5 inches, your Red Bull Bunny Hop Jam champion. Chad Curley, nicely done. All right, we're gonna keep things moving right along. We're getting ready for Street Best Trick. So riders, if you wanna just take another moment out on the course, please keep your eyes peeled for everyone else. We're gonna move this bunny hop jam and clear the course.
All right, it looks like these guys want to keep going a little bit to see if they can set that record. Gabe Brooks and Chad Curley want some of this to see how high they can go. That's 45.5 right there. We can put it up to the record. You want to do it at the record? Another half an inch? All right, Gabe just wanted us to put the bar at 49. He wants to give 49 a try. He's skipping 45, 46, 47, 48. He's going right to 49. I can basically walk under this.
So what that means is Chad Curley was our winner right there, but Gabe Brooks is going for glory and trying to go for 49 just because this is the Simple Sessions, and said, you know what, I want to take another stab at this. Look at the height right there. Basically, Catfish's shoulder, Gabe Brooks' chest, very high.
We might see a new record here. We might see this. This is a very, very big bunny hop. Most handlebars are right around here.
Estonia, do you want to see Gabe Brooks go for 49 inches?
getting the front half of the bike over. He can definitely do that, I think. You just tagged your back wheel.
So much force and pressure goes into pulling your bike up at this height. You really feel every little bit of tire pressure, geometry, and everything else. You don't want to overcompensate. You got to balance your speed out. You are maxing out your pull. Estonia, let's get behind Gabe Brooks and give him a little bit of love.
Oh, staying on the bike, just tapping that pole again. All right.
Gabe riding under the bunny hop bar with no problems at all. All right, Gabe Brooks, you know what to do. Make some noise, Estonia! Wow, 49 inches.
Oh my God! Talon, show some love for Gabe Brooks!
Wow, 49 inches. Unreal.
Oh, Nathan Beno took the best picture ever of this one. Gabe Brooks, 49 inches. Maximum respect, talent, for the USA's Gabe Brooks!
Wow, Gabe Brooks shutting it down, but again, big props to all the riders, especially Chad Curley, who won the competition. But Gabe Brooks just wanted to get out here for simple sessions and throw down, and that he did at 49 inches.
Well, that's one of the things we talk about, simple session. We always talk about the spirit of simple session. Gabe obviously got wrapped up in that contest. He was super hyped. You saw as soon as Chad won, Gabe was the first one over there, had him on his shoulders. And then things are winding down, and Gabe just says, I get to break the record. And instead of raising it up 1 inch or 2 inches, we raised it up like 6 inches to 49. Gabe's like, I got this. And he rose to the occasion and he delivered. Wow.
Big ups again. Chad Curley, 45 and a half, taking the competition because each rider had 2 chances, but then Gabe Brooks in a league all his own doing 49. So right now we're gonna give your riders just another moment or two out on practice, and we're gonna get street going underway. That's right, street best trick.
All right, we're gonna give you guys a couple more minutes of practice for best trick, and then we're gonna get involved. Don't go anywhere. 2 more minutes of practice, and then we're getting into it. Gabe Brooks. Gabe, are you around anywhere? Gabe Brooks, Gabe Brooks. Grandpa's looking for you. Anybody see a good-looking black man? Gabe Brooks, Gabe Brooks.
All right, we're gonna give the riders another minute or two, and then we're gonna get rolling. Street best trick. So this course was designed by the legend himself, Nathan Wessel. And again, if you are new to BMX, Nate redefined ramp building in the 90s, especially out in Ohio, building Chenga World Skate Park. And then Nate moved on to do some very amazing contests and projects all over the world. But since 2007, Nate has been working with Simple Sessions to build one amazing course. So Nate works hand in hand with the Simple Sessions ramp builders themselves. Nate does a lot of awesome rendering, and he works. So I'd like to give a big shout out to all of our ramp builders. We have Joel, Mart, Yuri, Mikel, Kimo, Pridik, Tavio, Hans, and Tavio. So let's give it up for one moment. Let's give a lot of respect to all of our ramp builders out there. If I can get a round of applause for the guys who put this course together. I'd also like to take a moment and give a big ups to all of our volunteers out here. That's right, all the riders and fans of BMX. That goes for everyone behind the scenes who helps make Simple Sessions possible. Can we get a round of applause for all of our volunteers and especially our medics as well who work super hard out here? But the two men who really helped make this happen, don't walk away from me right here. I'd really like to get a raging round of applause right now for this man and his brother. If we can put our hands together for the guy who's been making it happen here at Simple Sessions. Let's put our hands together for Risto and Mario Calamar. Risto, this is an amazing, amazing event. You've been putting this on for the last 12 years. I know I had the opportunity to see some pictures of how much of this has grown throughout the years. Are you amazed by the worldwide support out here?
Of course I am.
What are some of the challenges that you guys have to say, hey, let's make this from a small independent BMX contest to literally the largest international BMX competition in the world?
What was that?
So what are some of the, like when you guys had the vision to put this competition together, I mean, literally you guys started doing this outside in a different arena, and now you've built this to the largest competition. What's that experience been like?
Yeah, we started out really small. We didn't, I mean, like a decade ago, we didn't know we were going to do it for 12 years, or like 12 years later, and it just grew naturally. Like every year was bigger than the last one, and it's just kind of natural progression.
Well, not only for myself, but all the riders here and everyone else in the world, I want to thank you for putting on one of the best competitions. It's an honor to be here. Can we get a round of applause one more time for Risto Calamar? All right, riders, you're gonna have about 1 more minute left out on the course, and we're gonna get things rolling. This is gonna be the street session. You guys are gonna have 20 minutes on the clock, jam format style. You're gonna have to get this pulled in the allotted time. Basically, this course favors ramp riders and street riders. We got Devin Smiley warming it up out here. This is open to all riders in the competition. You're gonna see a lot of technical riding out here. So different guys have different bike setups. All right, so what you're gonna see, a lot of these guys have different bike setups. Some guys have 4 pegs, some guys have none. Some riders have brakes, other guys actually have a ton of brakes, front and back. That's definitely gonna play a factor into some of the tricks that we see out here. We're gonna keep our eyes peeled for opposite switch, not only spins, but also with grinds. And a lot of the guys will sometimes ride switch-footed. What that means, a rider usually has a preference whether they ride a left foot forward or right foot forward. And some of the guys are so technical out here, they'll actually switch their footing around and also do opposite spins as well. And that increases the level of difficulty.
right, so we're just about ready to get BMX Street Best Trick underway. This is classically one of the most entertaining aspects of a sumo session, as we have some of the best street riders ever in BMX, all compiled in one group, setting themselves up and down the obstacles. So we're gonna put some time on the clock and then we're gonna get this party started.
All right, the way this is gonna work, riders, you're gonna have 20 minutes on the clock. I'm gonna hit start. If you wanna do a certain line and there's other riders in your way, they are happy to clear the way for you. A lot of BMX has been pushed so far that it's not only best trick, it might be a best line or combination. So we're gonna have 20 minutes on the clock. It's gotta be in that allotted time. So if you guys have something that you wanna do, it's not in between that 20 minutes when we hit start, it will not count. All right. Judges, are you ready? Judges are ready. Riders, are you ready? Riders, can I get some thumbs up? Are you guys ready? All right, but what I gotta ask most importantly, Tallinn, Estonia, are you ready to see some of the best street riding in the world? I love that energy out here, Catfish. Estonia, you guys are beautiful and amazing. So without any further ado, we've got 20 seconds starting on the clock. And one more time, Estonia, give it up for the best street riders in the world. The clock has just begun, so riders, when you start dropping, we've got our judges watching.
Starting things off, Sean McIntosh. He wants the up rail to nose wheelie. Where's Fat at? Fat Tony, I think I moved one of your flashes. I just want a heads up. Where you at, Fat? Fat? You okay? All right. Oh, it's not his, all right. I moved somebody's flash.
Yeah, Benny L. Ice Pick doing a quick manual down the rail. Very impressive, that's a round rail. Ed Zunda going up 180. Manual up, Dan Foley trying to make a combo. So you're gonna have to keep your eyes peeled out here. We got a lot of tricks going on. And again, riders, if you wanna clear anyone out of the way, they are happy to move.
What? Ditchburn going up rail 540 out. The next 20 minutes are definitely going to be something you want to pay attention to, ladies and gentlemen. Vasya looking for up rail combo. Christian Regal is on course. Here comes Shitty McIntosh. Wants the up rail to nose wheelie all the way across. Ollie Evans, smile on his face. Going up rail.
And going down on that 180 tail whip attempt. Dan Foley, manual up, turn down. Looked like he was possibly going for a backwards manual down the ledge. Bruno Hoffman getting out on the course.
Oh, AK looking for a wild combination up and backwards.
Chad Curley, combo move right there, manual. Nose manual, manual down the ledge. Chad Curley has definitely been pushing BMX combos and links. Christian Regal looking for a line. Guys, again, please keep it clear. If someone else wants to go, just keep your eyes open.
Dylan Stark looking for Smith to burn her down.
Whoa, Ditchburn spin to win. Catfish, it looked like he was going for a 540 out of that up rail, but knowing Ditchburn, he might even throw something else down there.
Dylan Lloyd. Oh, Dilsey. Looking for a wild combination. Backwards nose wheelie down. Paul Ryan going up rail to hop over. start. Grind up, burner to 180 down the big ledge.
Smiley, manual in, a 180 grind, looking to pop out. Not able to keep it together. Yes! Christian Regal, Smith grind, a huge gap. It's about a 15-foot distance, close to an 8 or 9 foot drop. Very nicely done. Aaron Ross getting out on the course, doing it for Empire BMX. Again, props to Tom, Tina, Owen. Sending a little love out to Adam Roy, amazing BMX artist.
Looking at what's going on right now, it really is a virtual who's who of important street riders of our time at BMX.
Chad Curley, Smith grind and nose press, manual all the way up. Touches his back wheel down just a little bit, but all eyes on Chad Curley again. Hopping over his bars.
I just want to come up here for a second to see the action. Dan Foley!
Oh, yes!
So many things going on at once. What did I miss over here?
180 bar backwards manual wrap around to tail whip, but the style factor was unreal.
Kevin Corrali's working on a wild combination right here. You want to talk about tech tricks? Bar spin, ice grind, oppo bar. Watch Corrali. Wanted to throw it, that'll be a good line. We got some big lines going down right here. Connor Lotus looking for a wild line. Hop over the flat rail to nose wheelie. Devin Smiley looking for some magic. Vasya going up the rail. Aaron
Catfish.
Ross throwing the bike.
Catfish, before we had Rasmus Pamre from Estonia do that 180 bar spin backwards manual to tail whip. Give it up for one of your own, Estonia, crushing it out there on the street course.
Here comes Sean McIntosh, looking for that up rail to nose wheel. Get in there.
Kevin Corrali heading on out too. Bar spin, ice pick. Looking like he's maybe got something out of the rail.
Kevin Corrali's got a lot of fans out there. I actually had a girl come to my hotel room last night and said, "Do you know where Kevin Corrali is sleeping? I just want to watch him sleep." Remember that? You were sleeping, that's why. She watched you sleep.
Smiley popping up, backwards manual. Catfish, it looked like he was trying to pop onto the ledge. Budko going for a very technical combo. Smith to nose wheelie, potentially a 180. We're gonna have to see Connor Lotus jumping over the rail, trying to go nose manual. Corrali. Aaron Ross working on some magic on the up rail.
Is Daniel Tute out here? Where's Tute at?
All right.
I really want to see somebody decade out of a grind. Can someone do that for me?
We got a request from Chad Curley to kind of keep the area clear up here. So guys, if you could clear out on the deck, maybe move to the other side for a moment. Getting up and close with Devin Smiley for a second. Chad Curley, 180 rollout.
Yeah.
Popping up bar spin, looking for that manual. Riders, 8 minutes, 30 seconds down. 8 minutes, 30 seconds down. David Bucco, Smith, nose manual, going for the 180. Benny L, very smooth ice pick to 180 right there. Again, check out Dig BMX magazine. Benny L's got an awesome interview in there, and he's also gracing the cover. Dan Foley, very impressive combination attempt right there. Manual up, turn down to a manual attempt backwards. Chad Curley, 180 rollout. Missing Josh Harrington, bar spin, manual. 180 over the rail, Estonia put it together for Chad Curley. Throwing a bar spin, 270 out for good measure. Devin Smiley trying to step his game up. David Budko, oh.
Zunda's looking for an insane line. That would be amazing.
Foley, manual up. Kevin Corrali coming here. Blasting off the wedge, bar spin, ice pick. Riders, if you could clear that top again, Chad Curley's coming up on deck. Smiley, backwards manual, popping up on the ledge, feeble grind to 180.
Oh, Smiley. Finding some very original lines out there.
Chad Curley pulled a deadly combination. Right now he's talking with Gary Young, maybe getting some pointers. Two amazing riders, very different styles.
Benny L doing what Benny L does, makes the rest of the BMX world wonder.
Dan Foley, manual up, turn down, losing it off the pedals a little bit.
Bruno Hoffman. Wow, Bruno Hoffman going 180 double peg. Lift
Chad
up the front
Curley,
end
180
into a
up,
crooked.
backwards, bar spin, manual, keeping the dream alive. Bar spin over the rail again, Estonia. Chad Curley.
Wow.
Smiley vision right there, backwards, manual, yes, give it up. Devin Smiley. Budko.
Get that, Zunda. Edward Zunda looking for an insane line. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith.
Dan Foley, manual up. There's that turn down. Not able to get the manual back. Bruno Hoffman going for a backwards rail combination. Aaron Ross, ice pick up. Looping out a little bit. Whoa! Dave Delaware coming up. Backwards rail to hop over, avoiding Aaron Ross. David Budko doing a crazy move. Smith up, nose press, looking for that 180, but actually 360'd out. But right now it's about Kevin Corrali popping off the bank, going for an ice pick combo.
Yo, Yoris Colomb, huge whip out of the grind. Yeah, Yoris.
Connor running it out of the nose manual. Dan Foley, manual up, turn down. All right, riders, Chad Curley's popping up on deck. If you wouldn't mind keeping that quarter clear. Chad Curley's coming on up.
Get that, David. High speed combo to David Budko. Smiley letting the bike get away from me. Here comes Chad Curley. All eyes on your bunny hop champion.
180 rollout. Bunny hop, bar spin, going for that manual. Smith grind to burner to 180. Oh, Dylan Stark so close. Big shout out to Afro Pat in Ohio, actually invented that trick. Kevin Corrali going for a bar, ice pick, and maybe a bar out, but we'll have to see. Budko, Smith, nose mounted, 360 tail tap. Wow, David Budko. Again, that was a Smith up the ledge, nose manual, 360 tail tap out.
Get that shitty. You're right there.
Riders, 13 minutes, 30 seconds down. 13 minutes, 30 seconds down. Rasmus, 180 tail whip. Budko, washing out. Foley.
Get that, Connor. Connor looking for the gap over the flat rail to nose wheelie. Here comes Jeremiah Smith.
Double peg up manual. Jeremiah Smith wrapping around. Losing it on the ledge. Kevin Corrali. Devin Smiley. Bar spin, manual.
Alex Kennedy coming in for some.
Gabe Brooks out on the course after that impressive 49-inch bunny hop. Aaron Ross, ice pick up.
Sunda avoiding Aaron Ross. Dan Foley looking for that manual turn down, manual fakie. Here comes Ditchburn. Boot That's what's up! Give it up for David Bucco!
Chad Curley. All right, riders, Josh Harrington's about to drop in from the quarter with a little bit of speed. Let's keep it clear for just a moment. Josh Harrington is patiently waiting. Right now, Jeremiah Smith and Smiley passing with manuals while Aaron Ross is ice picking up.
Heads up, here comes the boss. We almost had an over-under right there.
Ed Zunda. It's a little hairy out here, guys. We're being fueled right now by DJ Shadow. Big props to him. Bar spin, ice pick. Ditchburn doing it for the dub crew. Over, double, manual. A brakeless rider keeping the dream going. Right onto the rail, 180 off. Give it up for Scott Ditchburn. Like to give big props to Dan Lacey. Went down a little bit hard yesterday. We know Dan is always a top contender in this category. Dan, I'm giving you my props and energy. You are a one tough, badass guy. But right now, Chad Curley backwards. Not able to keep the wheels down, looping out a little bit. Riders, 16 minutes down, 4 to go. 16 minutes down, 4 to go. Aaron Ross, ice pick up to hat toss.
Wow, Benny L, 180 overgrind, half cab out. Didn't see that one, but the boys just told me about it. Shout out to Benny L, check out Gabe Brooks. All eyes on that man anytime he's going up a rail. Simone Baracco, Smith, Nosey, Manuel.
Wow, Kevin Corrali getting up and close and personal with that rail. Yes, Josh Harrington! For those of you that missed that, Josh Harrington gapping off the ledge. Hopping over to the railing, Devin Smiley throwing down. Dan Foley,
Wow, a lot of action going down right now. Talon, what do you think of these BMX riders? The best of the best right here in your own backyard.
Jeremiah Smith, great combination, manual, feeble grind. Bar spin off, again, it's a feeble grind because your front tire is on the ledge. Aaron Ross! Wow, going for an ice pick up to 360, catfish. Giving him the coach's slap on the cheeks right there. We want to see it happen. Kevin Corrali, really focus on that trick. You're gonna have about 2.5 minutes left to get it done. Chad Curley, Smith grind, nose manual up. Jeremiah Smith keeping it going. Manual around. Bar spin, ice pick, give it up for Jeremiah Smith.
Get that ice. Get that ice.
Yeah, David Bucco owning that line. Zunda going for a very big transfer to pegs. All right, Josh Harrington's on that quarter pipe, looking to drop in. Riders, if you could clear it for Josh Harrington for just a moment. Josh Harrington, the course is yours. Josh Harrington dropping in. Oh, Josh going for a transfer. We saw him do it over a double peg. Maybe he's got something else. Chad Curley, up rail, bar spin, manual. Foot jam. Whoa! Chad Curley has no front brakes. He did a foot jam, put his foot back on the pedal, and then somehow managed to stall in a nose pick. That's when you're on your front wheel with no brakes, somehow defying it, but he had to put his foot down. Still very impressive.
Like a boss.
Like a boss.
All right, riders, final 60 seconds. Final 60 seconds. Tal and Estonia, are you still behind the BMX riders out here? Aaron Ross up, going for that ice pick. Zunda up rail. Foley. All right, Josh Harrington is coming in. Keep it clear. All eyes on Josh Harrington.
This is a former Simple Session champion. Get loud, talent!
What? Wow. Josh Harrington gap landing Smith grind. Smith is when you have your front peg on the ledge, back tire on the rail. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but very impressive. David Budko riding great out there.
Dan Foley!
Wow. Dan Foley, manual up. Huge click turn down to backwards manual down the ledge. Riders, final 15 seconds on the clock. Final 15 seconds.
Dan Foley, that was effing awesome. I see you, son. That's what BMX is about. Dan Foley tried the same trick until he got it, and he finally did it. Hands together for Maryland's Dan Foley!
All right, Catfish, that is time right there. We had the 20 minutes going.
Yeah, that's Aaron Ross's new grind, the invisible man on the bike grind. Look at Devin Smiley, where's he going? Wow. That's officially time. All right, hey judges, is it okay if we give everybody one last shot at a trick?
We get the thumbs up right there from the judges. So riders, we're gonna give you another pull at this. If you have a trick that you didn't do during your run of 20 minutes, we're gonna give you another pull, but we only get one pull.
A big shout out to this guy that finally pulled his trick as well. Bar spin ice, opposite bar. Hands together for Kevin Corrale.
We have Sean McIntosh coming on in as well. Kevin Corrale. McIntosh up, nose wheelie.
All right, we're gonna give you guys all one more go at this. We'll start right now. Scott Ditchburn, looking for the 5 out of the up rail. Simone Baracco, what do you got for us? Going over ice with it. Devin Smiley, you got a shot.
Up double peg, hang 5. One foot on the front peg, the other leg used for balance, coming back. Clearing the way, did you see that? Jump into double peg! Give it up for Devin Smiley!
Estonia knows good BMX, that's for sure.
Chad Curley! Oh, did you see that? Devin Smiley in the hang 5 took his hand off to clear everyone out of the obstacle.
That's why I love Simple Session so much. Ended up getting
Kevin
it.
Corrale pulling it. That was a bar spin ice pick opposite.
And Tuna wants that one. All right, we're giving you guys last tricks. Let's see these. Sean Ricani. Aaron Ross wants an ice pick to 360 up this rail. I would love nothing more to see this. He cannot get a clear shot at the rail. Talon, you want to see Aaron Ross pull this trick? Zunda's got a banger too. Oh, Tony Nyers is joined the game. Let's get loud for Aaron Ross!
Yeah! All right, Josh Harrington, the course is yours, Josh Harrington. Estonia, let's make some noise for Josh Harrington! Josh Harrington hopping over the rail, peg bar front. Let's keep it clear, Sean McIntosh is coming on up.
All I know is
Riders, Sean McIntosh coming on through, doing it for Fit Bike Co. and Chris Moeller. Chris Moeller is a legend of BMX. Let's see right here what Sean McIntosh has, double peg up, going for that nose manual. Yeah, Benny L grinding up, part pedal, part crank arm. Chad Curley, up rail, bar spin, manual, foot jam.
All right, we're gonna have to call this soon. Dylan looking for that burner down.
Zunda going down. Aaron Ross coming up. Ice pick.
All right, we're gonna call this. Give you guys about 30 more seconds. If you got it, let's see him.
Sean McIntosh. Double peg. Nose manual. Oh! Sean McIntosh, I know you've got this. Aaron Ross, ice pick up. Yes! Give it up for Aaron Ross! Aaron Ross,
He'll
ice
take
pick
it.
up. 360.
All right, let's make some noise for Sean McIntosh. He wants this up rail to nose wheelie all the way across. You get loud for me, we'll pull this Estonia.
Oh! So close. Put it together for Sean McIntosh. Chad Curley up rail, bar spin right into a manual, foot jam. Yeah, putting his foot back on. Brakeless nose pick, Aaron Ross. Double peg up, landing 90. Benny L. Very smooth sliding up that rail.
Get it, Sean! Zunda wants that up rail to alley-oop possible. Get in there, Connor. All right, we gotta call this thing.
Dylan Stark going for a very impressive trick right there. Smith to burner down the ledge, potentially 180 out. McIntosh up rail, nose press. Ross up double, tail whip out of the rail. McIntosh going over the bars. Tony Nyer giving a little support, picking him on up. Chad Curley coming back out. Up rail. Zunda crushing it.
Up rail hard 3. Yeah, Zunda.
McIntosh, up double peg ride, nose manual. Tony Nyer doing it for Primo and Verde, eyeballing up the rail.
Curly controlling that bar spin to manual.
All right, right now it's all about Tony Nyer. Let's make some noise for Tony Nyer. Tony Nyer approaching the handrail.
Oh! Tooth hangover! Up two!
Toothpick!
Oh my God!
Tony Nyer, no sweat.
We are definitely gonna need to see the replay on that one if that's possible. There was so much technical insanity in what Tony Nyer just did. Can we see the replay of that one, please? He did tooth hangover, hop over tooth.
Zunda, so close. Tony Nyer, toothpick sliding down the rail. Just
here's another look at what Tony Nyer just did. Watch that rail. Toothpick, hangover, and then hop, bonk the other peg. That was crazy. Estonia, give it up for Ohio's Tony Nyer. All right, we are gonna have to call it right there, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta get things rolling. How about a round of applause for all of the riders in the best trick contest? The judges have their work cut out for them. Lots of insane tricks. We will see who gets crowned best trick champion. Some wild ones we saw right there. Who do you think it's gonna be?
All right, so we just watched Simple Sessions 2012 Street Best Trick. Riders, we're gonna need you to clear off the course because we have our sister sessions going down. That's right, the first time there's ever been an all-girls class out at Simple Sessions. So ladies, you're gonna have a couple minutes out on the course, and that's gonna give the judges some time to tally up their scores. They definitely had their hands full with so many riders throwing down all at the same time. So again, we are getting just underway, sister sessions here at Simple Sessions.
I also got to give a shout out to my homeboy Jeremiah Smith right there. A lot of people didn't catch the trick that he did. He did ice up to opposite tail whip out. I don't know if the judges caught that either, but Jeremiah pulled it clean as a whistle. Ice pick up the rail to opposite tail whip out. Just saying. Just a heads up, if you want to meet some of the Quinton riders, head over to the Quinton booth right now. The Quinton BMX riders are going to be over there signing autographs. You want to get Gabe Brooks' autograph, you want to meet Sean McIntosh, the rest of the Quinton team, head over to the Quinton booth right now. These guys are going to be signing autographs, giving out all kind of goodies.
Him, best friend needs him, but the ex-girlfriend or the old school friend, who is the close friend of this best friend likes him too. So the ex-girlfriend or the old school friend, who is the close friend of this best friend, sits with best friend, who right now is sweating with blue. Now the ex-girlfriend don't want to pay attention.
Just another heads up, if you want to meet your favorite Quentin riders, go over to the Quentin booth. They're signing autographs right now. The Quentin BMX team. Go meet those guys. Go meet Sean McIntosh, Gabe Brooks, the entire team. They might even give you a free hat if you use the code word catfish. Maybe. Probably not, though.
All right, so we got our ladies out here just warming up for a few more moments. I'd like to give a big shout out to Ricky Adam. That's right, amazing photographer. You've seen his work in every BMX publication for as long as I can even remember. He's an amazing, amazing photographer, but he's just put out a BMX book. That's right, he's got a BMX book, and I'm very lucky and blessed to have an advanced copy. So you want to keep your eyes peeled. All amazing photography of his work for the last bunch of years. The title, Ricky Adam, Destroying Everything, seems like the only option. So you want to keep your eyes peeled for that. And you also want to make sure that you check out Dig BMX Magazine's website, because they're going to have a lot of content and behind the scenes here from Simple Sessions.
Akeem, please come to the judges' tower. Akeem.
Big ups to DMG.fi. That's right, all the Finnish riders out there on the internet doing it big over in Finland. In the summer, we had the pleasure of doing summer sessions. I had an opportunity to ride a lot of flatland and watch the guys tear it up in the town square. But I also met an amazing guy, Tommy DMG, who helps keep the scene going out there. Big ups to DMG.fi. Want to send some props back home, New York City, my hometown. Everyone that's watching in the bar we just opened, the Tender Trap. Want to give you a lot of props and love out there.
ja vahele üks eestikeelne teadaande Fotopointi kaameraloosi võitis Anett Kaljan. Anett Kaljan pöördu Fotopointi boksi poole ja sa võidad midagi sealt.
Gonna give a couple shout outs here to people on Twitter who started following Catfish and myself. Jacob Sparling, Stephen Rudd 93. Hillbilly BMX showing you some props. Ladies, you're just gonna have a few more moments out of the course, and we are gonna get this thing going. BMX Monster giving you a shout out as well. S. McBridey, thanks for the props. Failure Bikes, we know you love you. The Beard and Nate Wessel sending you props. The girls are out here eyeing up the course, getting ready. Head on over to the Simple Sessions Quinton booth. That's right, second tier autograph signing with all of the riders. A lot of the BMX Pro riders over in the Simple Sessions booth. Meet the Quinton riders. Gabe Brooks is up there. A lot of the pros. So you get a chance to get something autographed, pick up an awesome Quinton cap, or one of the really unique, super awesome Simple Sessions